Trash was everywhere on the floor, food waste was still inside the fridge, towels thrown around like rags. Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tingssam, your Korean language and culture guide. Today, I want to share a very honest and behind-the-scenes story from my life as an Airbnb host here in Korea. You may think hosting is always easy and fun, but sometimes it's really not. So let me tell you about some of my worst guest experiences and why Airbnb is about to change completely in Korea starting October 2025. Stay with me. You need to hear this if you are planning to travel to Korea. First, let's talk quickly about how Airbnb works differently in Korea compared to other countries. In Korea, most Airbnbs are inside normal residential apartment buildings where local Korean people actually live. It's not like staying in a hotel. So, as a guest, you share the building with families, seniors, and long-term residents. Because of that, Korean hosts set guests too, like keep noise levels low, avoid damaging anything, follow strict recycling rules. This is very serious in Korea. If you don't follow, you can even get fined by the government. And of course, respect check-in and check-out times. These are not just house rules, they are cultural expectations in Korea. Now, let me tell you about one of my bad guest experiences. A few weeks ago, I had a guest who booked for 3 days, just for 3 days. On their last day, they stayed over 1 hour past the checkout time. You might think, okay, just 1 hour, not a big deal, right? Actually, it's a big deal for hosts like me. I have to fully clean, disinfect, change all the bedding, restock supplies, and prepare everything before the next guest arrives at 3 p.m. Cleaning takes 2 to 3 hours. Laundry takes half a day. Yeah, literally half a day because of multiple loads. Washing, drying, air drying some items like that. So usually my whole family helps me. So my parents, my husband, and sometimes extra cleaning staff. But after this guest finally left, the room was disaster. Really. Trash everywhere, sticky surfaces, dirty bathroom, all this after just 2 nights. Then 1 week later, another guest booked for 7 days. This time they checked out on time, but when I opened the door, I was speechless. Really? Yeah. Trash was everywhere on the floor. Food waste was still inside the fridge. Towels thrown around like rags. The floor was dirty, like they wore shoes inside, which is a big no in Korean homes. Some furniture was broken, and worst of all, blood stains on the bedding and chair cushions due to menstruation without telling me anything. Listen, I totally understand accidents happen. A few months ago, another guest had the same problem, but she messaged me immediately and apologized. I was very understanding, no problem. But leaving everything like this without saying anything, it honestly felt very disrespectful. Yeah, if you said this in advance, I could prepare for the new blanket. I could buy, and I didn't any give you any extra charge. But for this, oh, it's so bad. Now, I will be very honest. Many hosts, including myself, check guest nationality after bad experiences. Not because we want to discriminate, but because certain patterns start to appear. The first guest was from China. The second guest was from the States. Over time, I noticed that certain types of short bookings from certain regions often caused problems. For example, I almost never accept 2 to 3 day bookings from Chinese guests now because of repeated bad experiences. The second guest also seemed to be here for K-pop. I found lots of K-pop merchandise all over the room. Sometimes I even think to myself, oh, so this is how this idol's fandom behaves. Of course, most K pop fans are wonderful. But when you are a host, these little things stick in your memory. Luckily, 99% of my guests are absolutely wonderful. Really, many leave the place super clean. Some even bring small gifts or leave handwritten thank you notes. Most follow the house rules and treat the space with care. When this happens, it makes hosting such a happy experience, and I really love it. So, if you are planning to stay at an Airbnb or vacation rental in Korea, please follow these 5 simple rules. Respect check-in and check-out times. Take off your shoes inside the house. Follow Korea's strict recycling rules. Be honest and communicate if something happens. Treat the space like your own home. Use the space responsibly for the next guest. Trust me, your host will love you for that and you will have a much better experience. By the way, some guests worry about late checkout because of their flight schedules. If that happens, no problem. You can store your luggage safely inside the apartment after checkout. There's secure door lock system and CCTV on every floor. Or you can leave your luggage at my parents' office just 1 minute away. You can pick up your luggage or bags anytime before going to the airport. So you don't need to worry about your bags. You can still enjoy your last day comfortably. Now, here's something very important that most travelers don't know yet. Starting from October 2025, Korea will have new regulations for short-term rentals. Airbnb will no longer allow one-room apartments or studio apartments or office to be listed for short-term stays. This means many great apartments, including most studio or office Airbnbs, will completely disappear from Airbnb. The selection of affordable short-term rentals will become very limited. I've been a super host on Airbnb for 9 years, never missed a single month. But because of these new laws, I've now started operating my own independent vacation rental platform where you can still book my carefully managed, fully legal accommodations directly. If you want to stay at one of my trusted places in Korea, you can now check availability directly on my website. I promise, as long as you respect the house, I will always do my best to give you the most comfortable, safe, and local experience in Korea. Now, I'm curious, have you ever stayed at on Airbnb or guest house abroad? Were you a tidy guest or a messy one? Share your stories in the comment below. I love reading them. And if you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and comment, and share with your friends who are planning to visit Korea. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in Korea someday. 안녕!